All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Ethan is entirely naked.
No, I'm not.
Yes, he is.
No,
he
I'm
is
not.
without pants, without shirt. He is naked.
But I have a pair of coveralls on and a winter coat.
Yes, he does.
Despite my lack of normal pants and a shirt, I am completely covered. And
Yeah.
nothing compromising is visible.
Yep. He.
And I'm dressed that way because the weather's getting colder.
It is getting
And
colder.
Despite all of the preparation that we had done before moving down here, it's cold, and this air vent's letting in some cold air.
Yeah, because we as humans we need the seasons to function.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like when we're building this bunker, we said, all right, we need to have some seasons up in here.
Right.
Know what I'm saying?
And now it's cold.
It is cold, but man, you know that phrase "October skies"?
Sounds like an album.
Or it was a movie.
Oh,
October Sky.
like a ball? No, that's fall. That's Red October.
Hunt for Red October.
Hunt for Red October.
Yeah. And I saw it the other day because I know the movie October Sky, and then I guess it's just a phrase called October Skies.
And what does it mean?
I guess just October skies are nice.
Oh.
And that I looked up the other day when I was outside, and it is October right now. And I was like, man, it is a nice sky.
Nice. And why does that? Is it the cloud? I think it's something with the. I actually have.
Maybe it's just the atmosphere.
It's like maybe it has something to do with like the brisk.
Yeah.
Atmosphere. I'm not sure how that how that correlates with, like clouds.
It's like
and
autumn sky.
And stuff, yeah.
Just beginning of autumn.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's good. I don't know if how do you feel about today, particularly like the weather today, temperature wise?
Well, I had my window open, and I think I like generally things a little cooler, a little colder, because I don't know, because I enjoy the winter months, autumn more than the summer and spring, for some reason.
I like fall. Today's a little bit colder than normal, I feel like, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Like in fall, it's not really like brisk. It's like, I don't know, what's a level below? What's a level colder than brisk?
It is we'll get back to that.
Freezing, I think. Maybe brisk, freezing.
It's chilly.
Chilly, brisk, chilly. Yeah, that's good.
Chilly.
Yeah.
It's chilly.
That's good. Wait a second. So we have freezing.
Because when you say, oh, I'm freezing, it's different from like, oh, I'm chilly.
Right. Freezing, chilly, brisk.
Or maybe it's the way you say it. Like,
what?
like, ooh, I'm freezing. Or, oh my gosh, I am so chilly.
What's above
brisk?
Brisk, yeah.
Because
then you get in the warm. You get like to the neutral.
Yeah.
Or warm. Maybe it's warm.
It's pleasant.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Brisk, pleasant, warm, hot.
Yeah. Blistering above
and then
that.
Blistering.
Yeah.
Right. To combat or to.
Brad Pitt, 1999.
What's that?
Brad Pitt in Fight Club. Holy cow, that is a man. Hot.
Blistering.
Hot. Above blistering.
I think it's funny you mentioned that. I think I saw a screen capture from
the famous one where he's got the cigarette and stuff and he's shirtless. Yeah, that's insane.
I don't know where I saw it, but
it's a pretty famous image.
I've
from
seen
the movie.
One scene from that movie, and that's only because of Tom Waits.
Oh, Going Out West song? Yeah,
that's awesome.
That is an awesome scene.
Yeah, I would recommend that. If you haven't seen Fight Club, at least look up
the Going Out West. Yeah, that is a real. It's just so cool. He's like walking in there. Yeah, that is a good song.
I think all of his, most. I mean, like anyone, I guess. Like most of someone's song, you like enjoy most of someone's songs.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's ever been like a perfect, like an artist that's like you're like, oh wow, I like every single
I can name one, or I can name two, Nirvana, and Rage Against the Machine. But saying that, there's also the caveat where a lot of their songs kind of sound the same, especially Rage Against the Machine, where that's the meme, is that every Rage song sounds exactly the same.
I can't really speak for that. I have heard there were songs. I think there was maybe one song that I would skip on, because you had given me all those songs on the my iPod.
Yeah.
And so I think I would skip maybe one of their normal, or just didn't listen to it as closely. But I can't remember what it is now.
Mm-hmm. But also, another thing that ties those two together is that they have very small discographies, both of them. Because Rage only has 3 albums, and Nirvana has 3 albums as well. Yeah.
That surprised me, that Nirvana, because Nirvana I think of as
3
like
studio
being
albums.
a really, they have more like live things, single, like they just have other releases.
Yeah, they just they have 3 official studio releases, and one of them nobody cares about. One of them everybody loves, and another one that, you know, the quote unquote real fans like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, well, I don't know if you can count Unplugged as a studio album. Probably not as a live album. Yeah.
I like that one.
That's
the one
that is. I'd say that's my favorite album of theirs.
And that's a collection of.
That is. They did a live performance in 1994 on MTV.
Okay.
And that's just the concert that they did for that.
Okay. Yeah. Tom Waits.
Tom Waits. Yeah.
Tom Waits.
Very large discography.
Yeah. I like a lot of his.
Mm-hmm. He's been putting out music since the 70s.
And he's still
kicking.
Still kicking. He was in that The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
He was.
Netflix.
He was. Yeah.
He had a cool role. Can you remember anything from that special? Or that
movie?
I called it a special because I've watched like
So many comedy specials.
Ever since I finished Food Wars, I haven't really known what to watch, and then I restarted Seven Deadly Sins. But I watched I went through, I think, I watched all of Dave Chappelle's specials.
Dave
I watched
Chappelle's
a couple
really
of
good.
Tom Segura's. I watched. I tried watching. I watched half of one of Joe's.
Joe Rogan's.
Yeah, Life or
Life is Strange Times.
Strange Times.
I couldn't
watched,
really get into his
halfway.
comedy just because he yells too much.
He's very loud.
Yeah.
I mean, all of it, all the delivery is
Yeah.
yelling.
That's some Dave Chappelle does the exact opposite, and it goes over a lot better because he's really quiet, and he's subdued. But then when he gets loud, it's at the perfect times.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But that's why I called it the special.
Yeah.
That's why I called it the special. But what was your favorite short story from The Ballad of Buster Scruggs?
It probably was the Tom Waits one, and I want to say, I mean, I think it's because it did have Tom Waits in it, because it had Tom Waits in it. But I liked all of them actually, except for the very last one, where they're in the carriage.
Yeah, that was I was gonna say
one.
that's my least favorite one.
Yeah, they were all good.
So was the one where the guy
Franco
didn't have any arms.
Oh, I didn't like that one either. I forgot about that one.
I just didn't like those. Franco is, which one was he?
This one where he keeps getting out of situations where he's going to be hanged.
Yeah.
And he's first time, huh?
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
But then there's the bank robbery one, and then there's
I think that
Buster
is the
Scruggs.
Dave Franco one, right? Is it? James
Yeah,
Franco
it is.
or Dave
Yeah,
Franco?
it is. Yeah, it is. Because I forgot they were the same thing, because he robbed the bank, and that's how he gets.
Yeah.
He gets knocked out by the guy with all the pots and pans on him.
Yeah.
And then he gets sent to it or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. I like the
singer, the first one.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Both of them. The guy who, the main, Buster Scruggs, and then the second person who comes and kills him.
And gets him. Yeah.
And then as they're singing, they kind of sing together. And one of them's the soul, the Buster Scruggs is the soul, and he's going to...
He's going to old
He's
heaven.
going up, yeah, and then the other guy's singing. I like that.
Yeah. Coen Brothers, they are masters of their craft. That's who directed that.
And what other...
Big Lebowski, Fargo...
I almost guarantee you've mentioned that.
No Country for Old Men. Yep. Same guys that did Buster Scruggs did No Country for Old Men.
No Country for Old Men.
No Country for Old Men.
I watched that. I watched a few of those scenes recently.
That is a chilling movie. Do you know there's no music at all in that movie?
No, I did not. It's
just air or wind sounds.
No, I can't remember. I feel like I watched it because I watched it right after because they had it on
Netflix. They did.
I can't remember if I read the book first or I watched the movie.
I think you watched the movie first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right, because then I got the
book from Julia, right?
As a gift.
Yes.
Yes. For something.
Birthday. your birthday
because
this
you
year.
asked because she asked you about it.
Because when we were at the New Year's Eve party, I was like, because I thought it was going to be a Christmas present, so I was like, did he like the book? And Julia was like,
yes, and I was right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yep, I remember that. The thing I don't think I heard you when you said that, and so, but
she gave me this look, like she gave me the look that said, I haven't given it to him yet. And oh man.
I am not good at, like, everyone. Maybe I'm good at gift giving, but like I can't think. It takes me a long time to think of. You know, like Christmas. Like you already gave me the mic.
Yeah.
For Christmas. But I just can't. I just can't. I really have to focus on gifts.
Yeah, it's because it's harder. Well, it's kind of weird because it's hard to get a gift for someone you don't know that well, but it's also hard to get a gift for someone you know really well.
Right.
Really well.
So where's that perfect? Where's that perfect spot? Like an office.
Yeah.
Like a coworker.
Yeah. He's just like, hey, here's a pen. Here's something to hold your couple of your pencils in.
Yeah.
I'm like, thanks, Tim.
Yeah, I don't know. There must be some set of guidelines. I also can't wrap gifts that well.
Oh, neither can I. That's an exclusively grandma and mom skill.
Yeah, no kidding. My mom takes over every time.
Yeah.
Because I think it's funny if I wrap the gift myself and it's poorly wrapped.
Yeah.
But I think there's a spot. Maybe there's a time that's coming soon where I'm gonna want my gifts to like Julia or family members to be wrapped well. So I'll need to learn.
My mom and my grandma, they're both
good.
Pretty good at the wrapping. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't know how it. There's some weird tricks for how to get it sized.
Yeah.
For how to.
I like to think I'm good at wrapping until I actually do it, and I'm like, wow,
it's simple.
I am not
once
good
you
at
get once you get to the corner part, like everything kind of like comes together and it's going well until you get to that corner part.
Yeah. And you're like, well,
you have to pinch it.
Yeah.
And then get it over, and then it's just poor. It's just
it falls apart.
I need to. There was a portion of time where I knew how to knit.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking.
I saw your
thinking about
little
that.
things in your room the other day.
I've been thinking about that. I don't know if I'll bring the needle. It is a great time killer. Like if you really just need something to do. I always feel like I've never just been able to watch TV.
Oh yeah.
Or something else. Like there's just times where like I'd want to then the tough thing is I absolutely cannot. And I've tried, because Julia's the exact opposite, where she needs something to, I forgot how she explained it, but she has to have something kind of distracting her so she doesn't focus all the way on her homework or whatever it is. But she can work on it really well.
Okay.
I cannot listen to like music with words.
Oh, yeah, like
TV
reading,
shows.
Especially. Like I know some people who are like, yeah, I read with music on.
I cannot.
No,
do it.
I don't think it's possible.
I've seen Julia. I've
really?
been with Julia when there's been a TV show on, or music playing, and she can do her work fine, but I can't. And then the opposite of that is I don't want to watch TV without doing anything else, and so that's how knitting came into my head. I was like, oh, you can knit when you watch TV.
Because reading, I'm like, I have to be focused on it. There can't be anything distracting me, but like playing video games or that's what I'll do. I'll put on something in the background and I'll play video games.
Yeah.
Or but yeah, knitting would be awesome to just
I don't really know what you can make though, is the thing.
Hats.
Like there's just so many, like you can get into the patterns and stuff pretty deeply, but if you're just like learning the kind of the basic skills and like getting into the pattern of like muscle memory, you can just make like squares and bigger squares
and then bigger squares, and then when you're really really good at it, you can get to triangles, circles even, trapezoids.
So I guess maybe just blankets is the thing you can make. Hats are
like,
also
would this thing be
very easily like that is probably like crochet. That's definitely like crocheted or knit. I'm gonna be completely honest. I couldn't tell. I mean, I think some people could tell from just by looking at the way the yarn,
the cookies crumbled.
Exactly, the way the cookies crumbled. Yeah, but knitting. Anyways.
Never tried it, though. I haven't. I've never tried it. Well, I mean, sewing. I've done little sewing in school, but...
It's fun. Honestly, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's like, you can get going. Once you get, like, just the flow. Like, because there's a flow of, like, getting just weaving in the needles. I think it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I need to get some super glue as well. I'm just thinking my mind's on crafts right now.
Yeah.
I need to get some super glue for a model. That gun, I started putting together a Gundam a while. This is like the first week of school, and I had I put it away, but I need to get super glue because the little pieces. Yeah, well, that's the whole thing.
Really?
The gun, like the robots.
I thought they just came already built. I did not.
Like
that.
all those. If you go into like a hobby store, you see all of them.
Yeah.
Like, lined up on the walls. Yeah, all those are, and you have to clip out each piece, and you don't glue them together, but they snap. Kind of together, but there are pieces that are kind of like flimsy, and so I just need to super glue those. Yeah.
Huh? That'd be interesting to do.
I think
because I just thought you just bought them pre-made, but if you have to put them together, that might actually be something I'd want to do.
There's a ton of pieces, and they're super small, super small.
Like this is his 14th tooth. You have to put in. He has 60 teeth.
There's pretty... Yeah, I don't know. I've never built any, like, model, like, big, like some people build, like, planes.
Yeah.
Or...
Like your grandma. She was really into the... What'd she say?
Oh, gosh. The model airplane glue.
Model airplane glue.
Like, oh, I forgot the quote.
It's like, I used to love the smell of model airplane glue.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's wholesome.
Yeah, it is. Any big changes around right now we're... Oh, wait. That kind of breaks the fourth.
Now, any big changes in the bunker?
Right before we moved into the bunker, you were living in a
house.
In a house. So any big changes?
We had someone... I'm trying not to break the...
Right.
Okay, theoretically,
if
we weren't in a bunker,
right?
Here's how it would go down.
Yeah.
So we had someone. I think we have someone, in an alternate timeline where I'm still living in this house.
Right.
From that perspective.
Yeah.
We have someone that is probably going to move in within the next few months.
Do you know this person?
I haven't met him yet, but he's friends with Eric, my landlord.
Okay.
I don't think he likes it when we call him landlord. We call him a landlord. But yeah, Eric hasn't moved in yet. He's got his room's coming together though, and he's over here a lot too. But he just hasn't officially moved in yet.
Okay.
And then it's just me and Jacob. We're just kind of broing out. Besides that, here's something. I tried to schedule my day. Like in a thing, and you never realize how much time you actually have in a day until you schedule it out.
Yeah.
Like I put in all the stuff I wanted to do in the day, and I was like, man, I still got 5 hours of free time.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to follow that.
Okay. Do you have a daily, like, is your day built that you had something specific that you want to do like every day, or you have like a general day layout?
General day layout. Because I start every day with a cup of coffee and I read at least 20 pages.
And did you have that written? You have that written down?
Yes, and I think that's the only thing I've really stuck to throughout the whole process because I wrote down the schedule maybe 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the only thing that's really stuck, and also just sitting in that chair over there. That's where I sit. And let's see. Then I allotted time to do my schoolwork. And then I allotted time for...
You just do like an hour to hour, like time to time?
Yeah, exactly like that. I try to wake up at 9:30 every day, and then try to go to bed around 11 or 10:30 every day.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's smart. I don't know what I've done I've kind of... my days are less structured because of the, last year I had classes in person in the morning, so that like immediately got me off to a start. But I'm consistent. I don't have a start. I didn't have a start like at the beginning of this. I may have mentioned it actually on the last one where I was like, oh, I'm not waking. I like just have.
Yeah.
I would just like wake up whenever, but I'm waking up at 8:30. I've been for like the last few weeks like waking up at 8:30 every morning, and then usually just do homework, and then just kind of work out the day. Because I said before, I'm less structured with like I'm not going to my computer science lectures because they have pre-recorded ones.
Yeah, and it's just why
and
go
the live one is like a worse, like a poorly explained version of the pre-recorded ones, and then anything else. And then I think it like that note card, like I just had thing I would just, like every Monday I go through and I look through all my classes, and then I write down assignments that are due.
I should do that
from that week, and I have like a note card, like I have
here.
it right there. Yeah, I have the name of it, and then I have the yeah, because I got that parking ticket.
Oh yeah, what the heck is up with that?
Okay, so apparently, and I mentioned it. I went back in, and so I got a parking ticket.
Yeah.
And then I went out and I got the ticket, and I was like, so I'm in this lot right across from the dorms that I live in, and so I parked there since the beginning of the year, and I was like, oh, this is the closest lot. This is great. And so then whatever, a couple days ago I get a parking ticket, so I'm like, what the heck? So I go out there, and the reason I was like, it says parked for longer than 24 hours. And so I look at it, I'm like, this is the stupidest. I've been parked here for weeks.
Yeah.
I was like, parked for longer than 24 hours.
Well, that is longer than 24
yeah,
hours.
I was like,
that is in fact.
They must have gotten there. I was like, but if this is the thing, like everyone else in this lot should have a ticket. So I was like, I was kind of confused. I took a picture of where I was parked just in case or whatever. I went back in, and then I called a person. And so I looked, and apparently that lot is for student. They have it labeled student. So there's student parking,
and faculty,
and there's resident parking.
Oh.
So resident parking, which my permit is
you're
for.
both.
Right. So my permit is another lot, which is a lot bigger, and it's just a little farther away, and then I have a garage that I can park in. But I was parking in lot K because I was like, oh, this is the coveted spot because it's right across from the dorms. Whatever.
K for coveted.
But the thing is that it's student parking, and so that lot is for people that have to drive to school.
Oh, commuter parking like that,
parking.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah, but so no one can park there overnight. That's what the 24 hours means. So I was like, whatever. I called the people. I got it waived because you can get one parking ticket waived for like academic reasons every semester, every year or something. So whatever, I got that waived. And then I went out to my roommates. I was like, oh, this is stupid. You guys, like, I didn't know this. And they both, like, corrected me. Like, they had known this whole time.
Oh.
And so I was like, oh.
Dang.
I was like, for some reason I didn't know. But in my defense, I've been parking there since the beginning of the
for months.
Yeah. So I don't know if they just if they don't have enough staff. Like, they're just now getting people out. But, like, I think, like, another one of my roommates parks there overnight, every night. So
maybe they just they're just all right. Well, let's just mess with this Ethan kid.
Yeah, it's whatever. I think my problem was it said under comments it said viewed by cameras, and I was parked on the side that was closest to the buildings. So I think that was my mistake. I should have parked like behind other cars or something, so they couldn't see that my car was there overnight. But the parking garage is like 50 feet away, so I'm kind of confused on why that rule even exists. Maybe it's just to keep the thing open.
Yeah.
But that's my parking ticket story. So that's like my fourth. Like last year at UNL, I got like 3.
Oh, I have
because I didn't have
get any tickets.
I didn't have. Well, you didn't have your car.
Well,
you do.
Yeah.
Did you have to get a permit this year?
No, I just park in the lot and hope that nobody.
Really?
Yeah. So I parked there maybe 4 or 5 times now.
Okay.
Yet to get a ticket, but the last time I did go to a meter. And I went into class and I sat down and I was like, man, I'm the first person here. So then class was about to begin. Nobody was there yet. So I was like, all right, well, maybe I'll just check my email. 20 minutes before. Hey guys, sorry, no in-person class today. So, yeah.
Then you had already put in money for
Yeah, I put in $2 worth of quarters.
Gosh, dang.
Because it's a long class. And then I was like, man, you've got to be kidding me. So I stormed back to my car, and there was still an hour and a half left. So I just sat in the Union and read.
Oh, really?
I read like 100 pages.
Really?
Yeah, and I think I'm actually going to go back there because for some reason, I was sitting there reading, and I was so focused in that spot that I didn't feel that focused anywhere else. So I'm probably going back there.
I think I went to the library for the first time this last week to work on something for English, and like it was like it's just different. Like
yeah.
I really do think like I went to the library a lot last year to study and stuff, and it's a different in like the study rooms downstairs, and it's definitely different than in the that was last year was a little bit different, I guess, because we were living in the same room, and so if I was studying, I wanted to be like more like like I wanted to be more isolated.
Yeah.
But like even this year where I'd have my own, I could shut the door, and I do. But it's just like a different area. It's just so in the library.
Different
so
environment.
Quiet.
Yeah. I was in the, or I wasn't at the Union. I was at the, where the coffee place is next to the library. Or that study area.
Yeah.
Where there's got all the fireplace and all that stuff. I was there, and it was so quiet. It was.
Was there no one in there?
There was full. I was lucky to find a spot,
really?
but nobody said anything. It was just like an unwritten rule. Everybody was just.
Everyone had their masks on?
Yeah, everyone had their masks on. I saw Ben Carter.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw him a few times last year.
Yeah.
Well, I had class with him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Him and Andrew Moylan.
He was riding a skateboard. It was cool.
Really?
Yeah.
I had calculus.
I didn't say hi to him, though, because I wasn't 100% sure it was him, but it was him.
Avery...
One.
Nope. Avery, who played lacrosse with us. Can't remember his last name.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty nice. He goes, I saw him walking around.
I did see him last year. I did.
And he works with Kyle.
He does. Huh.
Yep. I think they talked about us.
Oh.
A couple, Kyle mentioned it a couple of years,
huh.
Do you remember? I forgot if Kyle brought it up to Avery or Avery brought it up to Kyle, but they talked about us in lacrosse, and they were like, "Oh, do you know Ben and Ethan or whatever?"
They're like, you mean that loser and the varsity player?
I wasn't in varsity.
Yes, you were, dude. You were on varsity.
I was in Switch. I was.
Oh, well, that's
Switch.
still. I say that counts.
Thanks, man.
You mean the Chad varsity player and the loser that didn't listen to anybody what he was told, and then quit to go play drama?
We coached a team.
We did.
We did coach a YMCA lacrosse.
Ah, that was fun.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
That was good. I don't have any memory of how those games went. Surprisingly, now that I'm remembering, I remember a lot of that. What are some? Can you remember anything that sticks out?
I just remember both of us were so excited.
We both coached Ben.
Yeah.
Which is strange.
Really
strange.
Yeah.
Really strange. Because he doesn't seem that, in my head, when we're coaching him, he seems very young.
Yeah.
When I think of him at school,
he's just like another dude. Yeah. I guess it's because it was pre-puberty when we coached him.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. As you were saying,
we both got really into it. Like we were yelling on the sidelines, and I have a newfound respect for people who coach little league teams. After we did that,
lacrosse is. I mean, we legitimately. How many games did we coach?
Oh, we coached more than 1 year. I know that.
It was like a season. Did we run plays and stuff?
Yeah, we tried to.
Oh my gosh.
We tried to.
I can't remember it at all. I just remember being on I remember being on the sidelines. We had pictures. I remember practices at the YMCA. I just can't remember any.
Yeah, so there was only 3 teams in the league.
Really?
Yes. Ours and 2 others, and sometimes we didn't have enough players.
Were we the Tigers?
I think so. Something like that. But sometimes we didn't have enough players, so then we had to steal players from the other team to be on our team. And nobody wanted to be there except for this one kid. I don't remember his name, but he was...
Wait, didn't we coach Jacob? Jacob wanted to be there.
Oh, yeah, Jacob wanted to be there, too. But then everybody else was just sulking the whole time until we got him pumped up, you know?
No one wanted to play defense either.
Yes, yeah.
Well, who was it? Can you remember the kid who wanted to...
I don't, but I remember his face. And he just wanted to play, and he was always running all over the place.
We coached... he didn't want to play, but we coached long dark hair. He goes to my church. I can't remember. What is it? I'm not gonna be able.
Oh, yep, I know what you're talking about. I know his face too. I remember.
He was
him.
pretty good.
Yeah,
but I can't. He didn't. I don't think he wanted to be there. But
yeah, but then is it Harley? Is that the name? It starts with an H. Does it start with an H?
Wait, yeah, you're a kid named Harley.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Yes, but I feel like didn't we play with Harley? Like in our age group, like
I think that's right.
Yeah,
I don't know. We interacted with the sport of lacrosse
with
someone named Harley.
Yes,
but to finish the thought, it was that kid. He loved playing, but then he hurt his ankle and he broke his arm or something. So then he was out for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
And forever. So
that kid that we just talked about that we can't remember the name of with long dark hair.
Yeah.
His little brother played as well, Austin.
Ooh. Okay.
Do you remember him? Small, helmet was too big for his head. You remember him?
No, I don't, but I remember the helmet bouncing.
Yeah.
And
that was fun.
To relate another thought, my brother, when he used to play baseball, the helmets were always too big for him.
Yeah.
So he would hold the face mask as he was running.
running.
And that would make my dad so mad. And he's like, stop holding on to the face mask. You gotta...
Why?
Because
so
he can run faster when he uses his arms.
Yeah.
But if he didn't, then the helmet would just be all over the place.
That's funny.
So that is funny. Yeah.
I didn't like playing baseball.
No, neither did I, because I was afraid of the ball. I was the catcher.
You were both afraid of the ball.
Yeah.
For different reasons. Well, no, actually for the same reasons, because we're getting hit by
it. So that's why I was the catcher, because I always knew where the ball was coming from.
That's smart.
Yeah, and Jay was the pitcher, and that kid could throw. Like
he still play. He still does. Did he play baseball in high school? I don't.
Yeah. I think he plays in college now.
How would I know? Really?
Yeah. But yeah, he was the pitcher. Yeah, he was the pitcher, and we'd have to switch out catchers at least once or twice a game because I couldn't squeeze the glove because it was hitting my hand so hard.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I couldn't, because it go and then drop out.
Yeah.
Because you could hear the ball spinning, like when he threw it. So then, so I was kind of regretting my decision to be catcher, but it was good. It was good.
Yeah, I don't know. Those years are not fond memories of mine. Well, flag football. There are a lot of
flag football. What about the basketball years?
None. I sucked at pretty much every sport I played,
except for lacrosse. Varsity boy.
Varsity boy.
Yeah.
Switch.
Nintendo. Nintendo Switch.
No, because basketball.
That didn't exist. Nintendo Switch wasn't a thing when we played lacrosse.
No, it wasn't.
Oh my gosh. I guarantee that if we played lacrosse now, if we were like seniors or something, I bet the freshmen would bring in their Nintendo Switches to guys' night.
We would have.
Yeah, we brought in our 3DSs.
Yeah, because we brought our 3DSs. I think we were looked down on because of that.
Yeah, we were.
Well, didn't someone offer to bring theirs in too? Who was that? Seth? Not Seth Howe. Not Seth Howe. The corn cob. The guy who...
Oh, yeah!
I like him.
What's his name, Seth?
Caleb did not like him.
No, yeah. Caleb did not like him.
Caleb doesn't like a lot of people.
Yeah, Caleb doesn't like a lot of people.
Maybe that's not true.
Well, I know for a fact that his family and other families don't get along. I can't name any.
No, but I'm like specifically with lacrosse. Like I remember.
Yeah.
Like, but Chris had a lot. She had to deal with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Like she was. I mean,
head
just
honcho.
From what Caleb was like have told us. Like she had to do a lot of the treasure. Like she did financial stuff for the team.
Yeah, she did everything really.
Let's try to remember everyone on our lacrosse team.
Okay, okay, let's see. Oh, who's the kid that he liked Seabiscuit and he's kind of awkward? Trey? Was that his name?
I'm not sure. I think we're gonna have a very big issue with. It's gonna be like I don't know.
Okay, what year are we saying we're in? Sophomore year?
Anyone we can remember from our year, from our
freshman
2 years of
who was
lacrosse playing for the Lincoln Rampage.
Okay, who was the guy that looked like an athletic, taller version of me? Freshman year. What was his name?
Dang it. We're not going to get any of
We
these
have
names.
his face, though, in our minds, don't we?
Yes.
He's got the acne scars.
Defining Blake.
Blake, that is it?
Yep, and I remember Blake because I remember a game where and he was a senior when we were freshmen.
Mm-hmm.
So he moved on, but I remember watching him, and you were there as well at the Clash. Mm-hmm. And we were watching him, and he Clash of the Cook.
Yeah.
And he ran out, and we were watching him, and then he just bodied a kid, and then got sent out, I think. But he would run, and he would get. I remember him playing because he kind of messed around a little bit, but I think he would get angry and then get a penalty.
Yeah.
But he would knock some kid out, he would knock them to the ground.
Yeah. And
then get a penalty. But I remember something that he said that I can't say on the while we're recording. Yeah, maybe you'll remember. It's kind of a thing.
Convoluted.
But yes, Blake. Yeah, so Blake. I do remember Blake. And Seth, he was in Seth Howe, we played with Seth Howe.
Yeah. Who was
Shooter. Well, I mean, what was it? I'm trying to think of something that characterizes that person. Once we can think of a name.
Who was Anthony? Beard, long hair.
Yep, I liked Anthony.
Danny?
He was cool.
Yeah, he was cool. Danny was super cool. Danny Brown.
Anthony and Danny were close, I think.
Yeah.
They were similar. They had that long hair. And,
yeah. Danny's really chill.
Yeah, they were. Now I'm trying to think
let's try to think of all the seniors.
Seth's counterpart.
And, Robert.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking.
Was one of them.
Yes, because there was the three, right?
Yeah.
Robert, long blonde hair.
Long blonde hair. He had the ICANN.
Yep. Then Seth, shooter, great shooter. And
Zach.
Dang it, Zach, but he's not the one I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Zach, yes, he was also good.
Are we talking about the blonde haired one?
And the senior, the short blonde hair. He had long hair for a certain amount of time, but he was he was the best.
Yeah.
Out of everyone, he was the most stoic. I don't think he was ever
I know
making jokes or
yeah.
laughing.
What was his name?
I can't think of a letter. I can't.
No, neither can I.
Sound out.
I know he was good friends with Rob though, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna be able to remember.
No, it'll probably come to us later.
McCain.
Micaiah.
Nope.
Was on our team.
Micaiah was on our team.
Yeah, and nobody liked him.
Rings.
Oh my god.
The knives.
He is. Wow, that kid straight up lived cringe. He didn't cringe. He lived cringe.
He was not. He was not liked.
No, and he was not liked, and he didn't like.
Yeah, he didn't like a lot.
He didn't like anybody.
But he leaned into the fan. The bond of a team.
Yeah.
He really enjoyed that.
That camaraderie.
McCain was Robert's little brother. Am I getting the name right? McCain?
I think they called him McCain.
Yeah, but
John McClane.
McClane. That
was it. McClane.
It was McClane, I think. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep. There was McClane, and then there was one other person that I can't think of. Oh, I mean, what's his name? Stin.
Oh.
Stan, of course.
Stan.
What were our goalies' names?
I don't know.
Are you looking up rosters?
Yep. Oh, well, there's a picture of them all. Oh, of that last year.
Try to find. I wonder if he can find us. We took pictures with him.
Yeah. High school Wall of Fame. Ethan's on there.
Most definitely not.
Oh, okay. Here's 2013. That is a very poorly rendered picture. I can't make out any of their faces. No, I can't. Oh, well, okay, 2013. No. No.
Faces?
Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, wait, no, never mind. It's only showing 2013. I guess our Wall of Fame starts and ends in 2013.
Wait, is there anything, is there like listing, is the Wall of Fame like past?
People that won championships, when they won the championships.
Oh, we didn't win any of that.
No, they made it, they got second place last year though, right?
Maybe. I don't think I heard. Look for, I wonder if they would have old, like just listings of old teams.
Honorable mentions.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Okay, let's see. Let's go to home then.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if you'd have to look at like old. Maybe they'd have stuff like archived, in like lower down on the pages.
Oh, they're playing right now. October 4th was their last tweet. They lost to Creighton Prep.
Creighton Prep.
I hate Creighton Prep.
Creighton Prep.
Not as much as Millard West though. Their lacrosse team specifically.
Burke was aggressive.
They were the... I remember I asked Seth one time, I was like, okay, so Creighton Prep, Millard West, they're like the preppy teams. Burke, they're like the chippy team. What are we? And he's like, we're just the team that works the hardest, and nothing will stand between us and our goals. I was like, okay. But
I wonder what we were perceived as.
But yeah, what are we really perceived as, you know? Maybe we were the ghetto team.
Maybe because we were just like...
a ragtag group of...
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we were, the only club team?
We were the only club team that wasn't associated with a school.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. Oh, but it also means we had to pay.
That's true.
So.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paid off sometimes.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, because, I mean, I do have really fond memories of driving there and driving back.
The parts that happened directly before and after practice.
Yes. Yep. Those were good times. Those were good times.
Yeah, it was fun.
You know what's weird is like sometimes you look back on bad times and they're good times now.
Yeah.
Like
I wish I had appreciated lacrosse more.
Yeah, me too. I wish I wasn't such a brat.
Yeah, I wish I'd kept doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I would have been able to, like, I think I used drama and like wanting to do other creative stuff as like an excuse, but I could have gone without.
I'm glad where I stopped where I did, because I mean, like
that's the thing. Yeah, that was one thing for me, is that I knew if I did another year, if I played junior year, I wouldn't be able to get like I wouldn't be able to quit before senior year. You know, definitely. Like that's just. I don't know. Senior, like being a senior in a sport is a big thing.
It's big.
Or some.
Yeah, it's.
I mean.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But the specific example I'm calling back to is when we got locked out of my Honda. No, was it a Honda? Nissan. We got locked out of my Nissan in freezing cold weather.
Practice?
Yeah, because I was like, hey, can you go start the car? And then you put the keys in and you turned it, and then neither of us knew that when you just turn it, it locks the doors when you shut it. So and then I remember being just I was like, oh man. But now I'm like, that was good.
So then what do we do?
I called my dad. Luckily, I had my flip phone. I called my dad, and he picked us up. Brought the spare key.
Oh,
I remember looking through the window and the radio was playing, and it was playing Jeff Rosenstock over and over and over again. Oh, that's the album of those days was Worry by Jeff Rosenstock.
I have two very specific Sound and Color by
Bama Shakes.
Alabama Shakes, very specifically linked to League of Legends.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
And Jeff Rosenstock, very specifically linked to
Lacrosse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. What are some other albums that are linked to something? Or songs?
Those are two,
linked? That's
so specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are very, very connected for me.
I guess freshman year of college is heavily linked to Death Consciousness by Have a Nice Life. Like walking to class in the morning or during when it's cold out. That's the album that I think of. That's the only one I can think of right now, though.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't really... I mean, there are some other, songs that Colin introduced me to, but full out albums that had connection to something. Those are the only two full ones that I can think of. It's been a while since I've listened to Jeff Rosenstock.
Same here. He put out a new album this year. It's called No Dream. It's pretty good. I thought. I only listened to it once though, but when I did listen to it, I was like, "It's alright."
Good.
Yeah.
Way
better than Post. Way better than Post.
Oh.
His album After Worry.
That was an American one, wasn't it? And when I say that, I mean it had an American flag or something on the...
The first song was USA.
Okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
And the album was heavily focused around the politics, American politics and stuff.
Right.
But yeah.
I found I don't know, I'm not going to say found. I was listening to...
Rediscovered?
No, I was listening to these live... just music. Well, did I send you the Julia Jacqueline Someday cover? So she did the cover of The Strokes, Someday.
Oh, no. Mm-mm.
So I think that's the best cover, and I love that so much. If you play it through
it'll pick us up.
That's fine. Do you want to look it up?
Yeah, it'll get copyright and might get taken down. So.
Okay, well...
I'll put it on my notes.
We'll listen to it after. Okay. Julia Jacqueline.
All right. Here, I'll pull it up, and then when we stop recording, then I'll have it pulled.
Sounds good. Yeah, I love it. I mean, I've listened to that one now, I don't know, just on repeat. I'll just look it up because I think that's one of the best songs that I've one of the best covers, and I love it.
Is it better than the original?
If I had
like a version things.
Yes, that. So that's what that was trying to segue into, like a version. So
someone else did a cover of Bjork's Venus as a Boy.
I've probably listened to it because I got onto a playlist of that.
Yeah.
So I listened. Oh wait. Also another maybe a question I'll ask you now that we're on Julia Jacqueline, but that song, that cover, if I had to exist forever.
Yeah.
In the emotion or just the aura of a song, if I just had to disappear as a person and just exist as a song, that's the song that I would exist as.
Wow, that's a deep question.
Yeah.
Ooh. So which one would I exist as?
Yeah.
Right now, probably... Oh. Man, okay. If I had to just think of one off the top of my head, open to change, The Battle of Evermore by Zeppelin. That is
have to listen
awesome
to that one
song.
also.
It's about Lord of the Rings.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think you've mentioned so many things about music to me that I could say I think you've mentioned that before and be right 80% of the time.
Yeah, probably 90% of the time.
Yeah. But yeah, that does sound familiar. Although you've told me a lot of battle related music things. So.
Yeah, but The Battle of Evermore is the classic.
Classic.
It's got mandolin in it. The main is the mandolin, and
now what does a mandolin look like?
It looks like a little guitar.
Round.
Yes.
With a hook at the top,
possibly
the head.
Yeah,
is it kind of curves
it's like
back.
This.
Yep.
It's like you're holding it.
Someone was playing a mandolin at the park 3 days ago.
Nice. And it's got like a folky sound, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, actually, I couldn't hear him because he was playing like across the park.
But
I saw him leaning against a tree.
That's the only way to play a mandolin, is leaning against a tree.
If I see him, I'll try to
Say,
concert.
Hey, you ever listen to Battle of Evermore?
Yeah. What if he's playing it right then and there? I'll have to come prepared. I'll have to know what it sounds like.
It's like a dance in the dark.
That does sound familiar. Maybe he was playing it.
Sing to the moon.
So that's anyway. Julia Jacqueline, like a virgin. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. I found off of like one of those live performance thing. I think I actually looked at like the NPR,
Tiny Desk. Yeah.
Tiny Desk. And I'm not gonna be able to pronounce their name right, but Karangben. It's like three people. One guy plays the guitar. One girl named Laura Lee plays the bass, and then this guy plays the drums. Anyways, I've just been listening to them, and they're like very like minimal vocals, like
that's
just
cool.
Instrumental, not jazz, but like the bass is really off to play.
Okay.
There's a song called Maria Tambien, and that's one of my favorites by them.
Ah.
I've been listening to them.
Spanish.
What does Tambien mean, Ben?
As well? Me too?
Also, Tambien. It starts with an A, because I saw a version translated in English.
Two.
T-O-O. Like as well, which what you said, right?
Yeah. A mí también means as well, I think.
Oh, so two. Maria too. Doesn't make any sense.
Me too is a mí también.
So two is Tambien?
Yeah. T-O-O.
T-O-O.
Let's go uno también tres.
Wordplay.
Foreign Spanish
wordplay.
Foreign wordplay.
You know what one of the saddest songs is?
Where Did You Sleep Last Night?
Nope.
By
Nope.
Nirvana?
Wrong answer. Rain or tears fall to make ocean.
That was not a complete thought.
It's by M83. It's that,
Midnight City. I've only heard Midnight City.
Dang it! Really? Okay. This song, you know the trailer for Battle Lore, that old, and it's slow motion and things are happening. Okay, well, that's another song we're gonna have to listen to.
Okay.
That one is legitimately like the most like. I was listening to it with headphones, and like you've told me about songs before where you've listening and you've been like, oh, like that's like super like
it
impactful.
hits you.
Like it hits you.
Yeah.
And like that one, wearing headphones, and it was like it just like takes it's something something takes over.
Yeah. That's something really special that music and movies and really art in general can do.
Yeah.
That makes it special.
To clarify, I literally didn't say a comprehensive sentence there, so I'm gonna try to make it better. I think it's by M83, and it's like a minute and a half, and it's called My Tears Turn Into an Ocean or something like that. Just look up something like that, and I think it'll come up. Maybe Ben will fact check me.
M83. My tears are becoming a sea.
See, that sounds a lot better than what I said.
What did you say?
I'm not sure. But anyways, that is like one of the legit. If you just like sit down, it's quiet, get some noise canceling headphones, and listen to that song, and really like just focus on the music. It's a powerful song.
Yeah,
I
bet
what it means, but
means it's a good song.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
My grandparents got COVID.
No, my aunt just got recovered from COVID.
That's actually, I should rephrase that. My grandparents just recovered from COVID.
Okay, that's good. Now my uncle has COVID.
Almost recovered. Like they're
almost out of the
they're
woods?
getting their taste back. But
it takes away your taste
and smell.
What does it even do? Like it's like
it's like a that item in D&D, like the bag of fun.
Hold many things.
The
deck of many things.
Yeah, no, it's that Remember that bag that we had?
That Caleb had?
You rolled, yes.
Yeah.
You rolled the dice and then it did
Just
something.
get a random thing? Yeah.
It's like that.
Huh.
It's like, it seems, but I think that my grandma had every symptom except for the fever, which I think is a lot. It's like the shakes, aches,
coughing,
yeah. No taste, no smell.
Yeah. It's if there wasn't the meme that they were discovering new symptoms like every day. I don't
Probably.
know. Yeah.
I'm doing a paper on masks, like mask wearing.
Yeah. And how it's your constitutional right to not be able to wear one.
That's what I have to do. I'm convinced that I have to take. It's like an argument. I'm taking like
writing an argument or something.
Writing an argument, and so I have to take the stance of like
the opposite.
Well, I'll choose a stance. So I'll go with wearing a mask is benefit. You should wear a mask wearing a mask can help slow the spread of COVID-19. Yeah. That's that's like my thesis statement. Okay. So I had to read a bunch of stuff on like why it's not, and I wrote a paper on why masks don't work.
Really?
And because it maybe like has some merit, because like they're saying that like respiratory, so coronavirus or COVID-19 is a coronavirus, right? Which is like similar to influenza, the flu.
It's a type
so it's a respiratory,
like a class of disease.
It's a respiratory disease.
Yes.
And so it gets passed through droplets and like aerosol, which is like aerosol.
It's
aerosol something like
air.
That's not the only.
Air.
That's not the only. I think it's aerosol something, but it's like droplets. And so droplets are the stuff that can be caught by masks, right? Because it's like spitting, Even though they're minuscule, it's like you're getting droplets of spits. That's how some people, they'll inhale that or whatever and get it. And that's why masks can protect from getting stuff getting out and then stuff getting in. But the air, his argument is that masks they don't work because respiratory diseases are passed mainly through aerosol X, whatever word I'm missing. Aerosol, let's call
aerosol cans.
Aerosol droplets or something. Or particles, aerosol particles.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what it is. So they're passed through aerosol particles, which don't have to be like.
They can be on surfaces.
They don't have to be.
Is that what you're?
Propelled from the mouth, like droplets. You're spitting. They'll just kind of flow. If you were to breathe out, they'd be propelled.
Yeah.
But they can float around the sides of masks. And so if someone breathes out in their mask, aerosol particles go out. Another person breathes in, goes in the side of the mask. So he's saying they're not even. The masks they're not tight enough, and even the particles in the cloth can't filter these small particles. So he's saying that doesn't work, and so that's one of the things that I have to look at, and I have to somehow. He's like a professor of astrophysics or something, so I have to try
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Break down. I have to try to break down Neil's argument on why masks don't work, and I have to.
Because some
counterpoints.
Like some people, like nobody's suggesting that it's a 100%. Like masks will 100% of the time. It's definitely preventative.
Right.
Yeah,
I think it's stupid to say that they don't, and it doesn't. Yeah.
Because it obviously
what
does.
Does it do? Oh well, I think one part that I didn't read was he said that they may like lead to an increase in
COVID
increase in like the spread, and I don't know if that comes from feeling more comfortable around people when you have the mask on, and so like
social distancing.
Right. So by like the two situations where I'm either really close to someone but I feel safe because I have a mask, but in reality I'm not, or I'm not wearing a mask. Masks aren't mandated, and I'm staying 6 feet away. He's saying that may be, or in your own homes. He's saying that may be more effective, which obvious that is because that's like the black and white. But the masks are supposed to allow us to operate more normally in day-to-day life.
Yeah.
But I learned that the N95 masks don't have, it's a one-way filter.
Which one's, I don't know what mask that is.
So that's the one that everyone was going for like at the very beginning.
The blue
pretty
ones?
Expensive ones. Not sure if they're blue, not the like normal medical masks, but they have like they're like respirators.
Yeah.
But they only filter in.
Yeah.
So if you have it and you breathe out, it's like a normal breath. They don't filter anything Yeah, they don't filter anything out. Words.
So.
Womp
womp.
Be it as it may.
Be it as it may.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it goes.
So it goes. That's a. We all need a little Vonnegut right now.
Some chick mentioned. Oh, who mentioned it? Someone in one of my classes.
Was she
mentioned
cute?
Vonnegut. I can't remember anything about what she said.
Well,
or
you
what she
should
looked
direct
like.
me to
Or
her general location.
If it was a girl.
It was
I can't remember anything about it.
Okay, it was an individual that said something about Kurt Vonnegut.
Mm-hmm.
You have my attention.
Yes. Okay, there's no more. There's no more.
You had my curiosity, but now
Yes.
you have my attention.
Ah.
That's from Django.
Django. Watched that movie very recently.
As did I.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a goodie.
It is a goodie. Man, it is violent.
Yeah, it is. It's good. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome.
Yeah, you need to watch the new one.
I do.
I wonder where you can find it.
You know what? I'll probably just end up buying it on Blu-ray or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to own. I think I would enjoy owning Tarantino's movies. Said it before. Say it again. I enjoy owning hardcover.
As do I. I enjoy
things.
physical things of everything that you can have physical of.
What's the thing that? What's a statement? There's some statement about material things, or is it just the fact that material things can't make you happy? Like, what's that? What's that like? It's not a quote, but mantra. Is that would you call that a mantra?
I mean, there is a certain thing where it's like, there's this we live in a society, like,
I hate that.
I love that meme. I love the meme.
I don't even know what that means. I also hate.
It's like it's making fun of the people who are like, oh, our society is blah 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 blah.
Okay,
it's
so
making fun of them. Yeah, it's like.
Okay, well, I hate the people that actually say it.
Yes, so you would like the meme that says we live in a society.
But I've heard that one too many times to like.
Okay.
To like it. So
yeah, but it's like oh, our society. Right. I'm using air quotes right now. Says in order to be happy we need things, but really it's just you're just trying to fill some hole with things. Yeah. And whether it be
I would say that's true sometimes.
Oh, I think it's
100%.
Like without a doubt it's whether it's things you're filling your whatever emptiness you're feeling with, or substances, or even people, like you invest all sorts of things in like a significant other or something like that, but that's kind of a different thing because
no, I see,
because everybody has,
I agree,
most people like will get significant others and it's healthy relationships.
Oh, I see what yes.
But like you unhealthily involve yourselves with them, or like your entire life. What I'm trying to say is your entire life revolves around one person. That could be you trying to fill a hole of emptiness within you. But yeah, it's just up to us to find whatever it is that makes us happy. And a lot of people think it's things that makes you happy, but it's a lot of times it isn't. It isn't. Things don't make you happy. Yeah. So
I think if you can find some things that, I mean, most things have a use outside of their just existing. Yeah. I guess if that thing's purpose is, I guess it depends on like what it is. I guess like if you were to get a book, like say if having like let's use our case of enjoying having a hardcover of a movie, a book, copy,
a video game.
Yeah, any of those things. It's like like I want to be able to what. I mean, I can't every show that I've watched and liked, I've been like, I think I've like immediately looked at how much the box set is. Because I was like, if I can watch this, like, if I can put it into a DVD player, or I can just play it and I have it, and wherever I go, it's not like if I'm here I have to, worry about signing into Netflix, or does this person have Netflix?
Security,
or something.
maybe.
It's like, and security. That's a good way to put it. It's wherever I go, nothing. The internet connection's not going to shut it down. Anything else, I have it, a hard copy. I'm able to watch it. no matter what, as long as I have the
music in
means.
physical form
Yeah.
is like vinyl records or CDs or something.
Yeah.
You know, because streaming is easier, but having it,
Right.
there's something special about having the actual packaging.
Yeah.
You know, the actual way it was intended to be listened to.
Yeah.
You know. But what was this leading to?
Not sure.
Or where did it come from?
We were on material things for some part, but liking material things, hardcover, Tarantino. I said that I would like to have every Tarantino movie in hardcover.
Yes.
Because I have Django.
Yeah. Did I give that to you on DVD? Yeah. I think I have Inglourious Bastards 2 that I can give to you.
And you have Django.
Yeah. Because I have them on Blu-ray and DVD, and I can give you the whichever one or something. But yeah, there's you said there's a mantra. I can't think of what the mantra is though.
It's a mantra of I think we had finished discussing, and basically that the things
you own end up owning you.
Whoa.
Guess what that's from?
Vonnegut.
Fight Club.
Dang it. Fight Club.
Yep.
The things you own end up owning you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I agree. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I would say I would agree with, and then... I'm not at the point yet in my life, and I think this is something that I think affects a lot of people. They haven't thought about it. I think this is something that, like, happens. I just... no. I was trying to explain myself, and then I got caught off guard. It's that, like, I would agree with... like that, you know, the things you own end up owning you, unless you are able to, like, okay, like, let go of those things.
Oh, exactly. I know exactly what you're saying.
But people don't. I'm at the point. What I'm saying is that I'm not at the point. I realize that and, like, risks or whatever. But at this point, I don't think I'm abusing that, and I'm not at the point where it's gonna start. Like, I'm not being affected by consequences at this point. So that's why it doesn't apply. Like, I'm like, oh, that doesn't apply to me because I'm not being affected by the consequences.
And here's another thing. In regards to things, right? If you find value in something, then that's all you need, really. I mean, how can something, quote unquote, own you or control you or, like, be just there if you find value in it?
Yeah.
You know, that's the minimalist mantra is if you find value in something, then there's no reason to throw it away or feel guilty about owning it.
Right.
You know, from that minimalist mindset.
Right. How do you feel about, I saw something on, Instagram, I think, someone had posted it. It was talking about, I probably won't go into specifics about the video, but it was talking about it's not independent, it's, okay, Republic, right, left, politics.
Yeah.
Central.
Centrist. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about centrists? Centralism? Centrism.
I think that's what it is.
Also, a thing, this is like probably going to be the most serious thing that we've talked about on the show.
Mm-hmm. On the show.
I like that. But like feeling, because, like, I've said to you, and I've probably said here, and I've told other people that I've said before that I don't follow politics, or I've even said, like, I don't care about politics.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing things now that are saying, like, well, if you don't, the reason you don't care, or the reason you're not involved with politics, being able to feel that is a privilege, because you're not being affected by the choices and the rules. And I was like, that may be true. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I wanted to ask you about
centrism. So I know in, like, the...
Like, by definition, I think exactly...
A centrist.
I am. Like, the things that I've said before, I didn't have a name for them, but that's exactly what it is. Like, the things that I've been saying are that.
Because there is the political compass. Like, you got the X and Y axis. Mm. Like, so X is across and Y is horizontal, right?
X and Y?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Y, the Y axis is authoritarianism. the higher up you go, the more authoritarian it is, and the lower you go, the less authoritarian it is, and then left and right is obviously just left and right. So, like, so I'm not very well read on the political discourse and stuff like that, even though I'm taking a political science class. But so, like, if you're a centrist, I think that means that you, like, hold views from both sides, you know? And I'd say that kind of describes me. Like, there are some things that I hold that are left-leaning, some things that are right-leaning, but more so there are more things that I hold that are left-leaning, you know? But there's also, I have seen in that community, people don't like centrists. They're like, oh, you fence sitter, like pick a side and make a decision. But in a lot of things, I like to look at things from all different perspectives and sometimes not even come to a conclusion about it. I like to have all viewpoints and look at things from all different angles, especially ones that I don't agree with. Like, what was it? There was a book by some guy that I hated, but I was like, I want to read that book because I want to know why he thinks the way he thinks. But I can't remember who it was.
Whoever wrote The Great Gatsby.
Was it?
No, I'm just
F. Scott Fitzgerald.
Yeah, F. Scott Fitzgerald.
Or maybe Ayn Rand, because I know I don't agree with a lot of her ideas, but I know I'm going to end up reading her book eventually. Yeah, but what was your question? Like, your main...
No, I was just like, what do you think about that? Because I just didn't know if you'd seen anything about that. Because, like, I don't know. Like, am I being ignorant? Am I being not? Like, am I wrong in not actively caring about the political issues that are
It's
going
tough
on?
because I relate with you a lot.
Because, here's one thing I hate. Like, just listening to people talk about politics, I hate it so much.
Yeah.
I hate it. Because it's just... I mean, there are some issues that are... the problems themselves are pretty... And the solutions and, like, whether to think it's right or wrong is pretty clear-cut.
Yeah.
But, like, once you get... It's not the problem. It's not the it's not the problems. It's not that I don't care about the problems, but here's another thing. It's not that I don't care about the problems, but maybe I do feel like I'm far enough away from them that I don't have to take active measures, and I may be wrong in that. But it's not the problems or like the solutions or any of that. I really am I think am distancing myself from
the
politics.
Conflict of it all, maybe?
Yeah, because I hate listening to people, and I just immediately get, like, everything in politics feels pretentious. I just hate how everyone
Here's
talks.
an idea. Maybe one of there's another reason why both of us, or that I've kind of just come up with why you wouldn't like it and why I don't like it, is because there's no end to it. Like, there's an issue, right? And then people just bicker about it, but there's literally... It's like philosophy, in a way, because there is no answer. I mean, sure, the difference in politics is that you can make laws and stuff like that to change things, right? But a lot of the time, it's just people on each side arguing at each other, not coming to any conclusion. And would you say that's a factor? Is that there's no conclusions that can be?
I do see. That's like the fact that if I were to get into it, like, let's say I'm now, I couldn't
on,
even
like,
tell
issue
you.
X.
I couldn't even tell, like, actively doing what? Posting about it?
Oh, yeah.
Like, protesting? I don't know what am I doing now that I'm politically active?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just one person standing up for an issue, one side of the issue, with thousands of people against another group with thousands of people, and I'm just one person in that group.
Yeah.
And then what? I'm just talking to the other side about how they're wrong, or enforcing my own side's opinions. I don't like. I guess I just don't understand. Or that was my main question. Is like just thinking about some of these things. I was like, am I in the, and even if someone told, because I like those things, that those like posts and stuff are saying that I am wrong, but I just don't like it. I just don't appreciate it.
Yeah, because politics, what is it?
But is this conversation that we're having like privileged? Is it that about the fact that we don't have to think about any of the, like, are there any issues that we have to think about? No, I mean, we're not being affected by any. I've said it before. No. Any changes that have been made as far as rules and stuff have not affected me.
Like,
at all.
I guess the 21 tobacco thing. No, I'm just kidding. But, like, yeah, a lot of people, and I'm guilty of this too, like, whenever someone says the word privilege, I don't
like that. It gets thrown around a lot.
Yeah, it gets, and I'm on it, people throw around the word privilege, and then people get angry, or not angry, but they just, like, I don't know. It's a word that causes a lot of conflict,
Yeah.
But you do.
Like, what is it?
It's so complicated.
It's difficult to think about because I don't know if we understand the scope. That's another reason why I just don't like politics, is because I'm not in the scope. I can't understand the scope of politics.
Yeah.
I haven't been around. I haven't been around the issues. I don't.
Scope is another thing with privilege because someone could say you're privileged because you're like white in America or whatever, but you could also say you're privileged because you don't live in Yemen. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't know if that's politically incorrect or not, but it's another thing. Like, yeah, I mean, when we live in it, because we are literally the 0.0001%
right.
living in America.
But we can't.
We can't control.
We can't control it, or
we can't control where we're born,
Right.
Or like,
and like some people, there's a point of argument, like, okay, we can't control where we're born, but we're put in a position where we have the power to do something.
The
like, that's what
autonomy to do
someone would say.
Yeah.
That's what someone would say. And I don't like at what point are we expected to, like, I don't know, really devote like time, like how much time should we be devoting to solving these issues? Right? Like, that's a question. That's like, okay, how much time, like, okay, fine, I have this, I'm in a position to do something. How much time do I need to devote to do this? Like, what are these people telling me to do?
I think I have an answer. The cutoff point is whether you vote or not. I think that's a thing. I don't think it's ethically, I'm dropping the E word, ethically valid for you to say you must do more than vote. Like, you need to be doing all these things besides voting. Like, you need to go to protests or go to meetings, or what are they called? Caucuses. Like, you need to engage with it. I think that is an individual's choice how much they want to involve themselves with it.
And I don't. Here's something. I don't think it's wrong for people who are really involved with the issues to try to get more people on.
Definitely. Because it's a part of their. It's part of it.
Right, yeah.
Changing minds, hearts and minds. But, there's also the other, like, this is the right-leaning.
And to vote, okay, so voting. Yeah. Yes. Voting on candidates?
Candidates, voting on legislature, stuff like that. But here's kind of like here's the right-leaning portion of me, is the portion of me that says it should be up to the individual to decide whether they want to even vote or not, or engage with anything or not. It's like the personal liberty, I guess, so to speak. But I'd say that's the only really right-leaning position I hold, is the pursuit of individual freedoms and the pursuit of individual liberty, which also is kind of left-leaning as well, but in a different way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's kind of like the classical, 1700s type stuff.
Okay. There's so many things that you could get into with politics.
Yeah. It is
a mess.
A can of worms.
It is a mess.
It is a mess.
And not just like, that's not like a statement on like current things.
Anything.
It's just like politics in general.
Yeah. Politics.
It's just a mess.
My dad likes to say, or he said it before, he goes like, two things you never talk about: politics and religion.
Yeah, and if there's a quote about like, why would you ever want to get involved with something like that?
Yeah, because you're just opening, especially now, you're just opening yourself up to ridicule, either extreme amounts of saying, yeah, you good, or extreme amounts of boo, that bad.
Right.
You know.
And now, I think I don't know if it's just because of this is something these are things that are happening right now, but like things are like they're, and I haven't looked into it that much, but they're like obviously like bad stuff that's happening in a lot of places.
Oh yeah,
in America, like
totally.
Things that are wrong.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
That I don't
morally.
Both of us are not saying at this point that those things should just go by.
Yeah.
It's just, I guess we're commenting on what up to this point in our lives, us being both, well, you're 20, I'm 19. Up to
but
point
we're
lives,
individuals. Like we are free
right.
thinking.
Right.
We're capable of complex thought and
right.
reasoning now. I mean, it's not like we're children who don't deserve any rights in the first place.
Oh gosh.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Anyways, that's a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
Yeah, the reason I brought that up is just because I had seen that post about.
What was the post exactly?
Oh, it was some person, and it was a video, and he was talking about. He was like, if you don't care about politics, then you're in the wrong, and you're taking advantage of the privilege that you've been given, and some haven't been given that privilege, and you're just like abstaining from like making these change, even though you're in the position of power. So it's that guy, blah blah blah, that I had seen, and then versus, I watched a YMH podcast,
yeah,
and their guest was like, he was completely. I mean, I don't know how these two things linked up, but he had said that he was, or how the timing matched up rather, and he said that he was like he considered himself like he wasn't that much into politics.
Yeah,
and then he said he hated he was like he just didn't think of it. He didn't like far right, far left, extremely political people.
Yeah.
And so that's those two things. I was like, I started thinking about myself. I was like, have I been like thinking about things wrong?
Well, with that guy, the post you saw, I think that is the wrong way to make that statement. Because instantly it makes it's kind of like targeting in a way,
Yeah.
Instead of bringing it up in a manner that's more, I guess, diplomatic.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can bring something up in the wrong way in any discussion, really. Like anybody who doesn't like grilled cheese is an idiot.
Yeah, I was kind of like that. It was like, it was just, if you're not, you have like a duty. But I don't know.
Duty, like.
I think I guess at this point I don't think I'm ever going to be in a position where I'm going to look back or like step back and consider and really think that I had something to do with a change that had taken place.
Oh yeah.
Or like wrong that was in the world. I think for the most part, I think I'm going to try to do the best, just continue
the best you can,
trying not to be a bad person, even if that's outside, interacting with things outside politics. I think that's where I'm gonna be.
Okay.
I think that I just don't think I'm ever gonna be in a position where I feel very personally responsible for anything good or bad.
Yeah, because I mean. It's politics in general. Like some people, it's just some people are into, and some people aren't.
Yeah.
It's just you don't really choose to be. It's just your surroundings and how you interact with it. Some people are interested in it more than others.
Yeah.
And asking someone to be interested in something that they're not interested in. I mean, what's the point in that?
I think that's something that I agree with. But the fact that some of these things are becoming like some of the issues are so like serious, or like especially when it's like racially charged.
Oh yeah.
That's when it gets like, that's when people who have that viewpoint are like in the like can be blamed for being in the wrong.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, it's not like, oh, you don't care about politics. It's like, you don't care about this group, that like this race of people.
And
I'm not sure if that's fair. I don't know.
That's
if
not fair. That's not fair. I'm gonna say that's not fair, because there's a certain fallacy phrase for that. It's what is it called? It's slippery slope, I believe, is what it's called.
Oh, you don't.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but I don't think I could explain. It's like when you're. It's like you believe. It's like you think this thing, so you must think this thing.
It's like, or it's another thing where, they're letting X happen. Well, it's only a matter of time until Y happens.
Right.
You know, but you can't, because it's all speculative.
I agree with that.
You know,
I agree with that.
So, do we have a duty? I guess what this all boils down to is, should you be required to do your duty of involving yourself in politics? And I'm gonna say, if you don't want to do politics, if you don't want to be involved with it, then I think you know.
And some people should be left out.
Some people should be left out.
That's one thing, is like, there are some people who should not.
Yes.
Be involved, and I think that the same people who are arguing that this middle ground isn't fair. I mean, the people who are arguing that the middle ground isn't fair have those people are the people who have a very defined, those are a bad group of political people. Ooh. So think about all those people who are in the center aren't. They said that, I think another comment that he made is being in the center, not choosing one way or the other, is worse than being on the opposite side of him. And I don't think that's... I don't
know, because to not really have an opinion, I mean, an opinion takes a lot of time to form. You know, it takes a lot of different aspects for you to come to something that you believe in, you know, and if you can't really make a decision, like, if you're like, what do we eat for dinner? Popeyes
I'm the most indecisive person.
Yeah.
Ever. For dinner. That's what that reminded me of. Like, I like a restaurant or some sort of thing. I'm indecisive. So
I want to get better.
That probably doesn't help with making decisions.
Yeah, I mean, but that's a personality trait, is undecisiveness. You know, it's not good or bad. It's just a personality trait, you know? Yeah. And to rag on someone for something that they can't control, you know? Yeah. Because, I mean, that goes back to the thing where you must be interested in this thing that you're not very interested in. Like, how's that? Like,
right.
Like, I don't like tennis, you know? I don't like to watch it. I don't really like to play it. So if someone's like, you have to do this, you have to do something, be involved with something that you're not involved in. But then again, you could make the argument, well, tennis isn't a duty that you're supposed to do. Right. So
I don't know. I don't think we have the
chops.
I don't think we have the chops.
Is that why you went like this?
No, it's because my face saw it.
Oh.
And my hands are cold.
Me too.
Maybe this is what it feels like to be passionately charged about politics.
Yeah, I really hope we haven't offended anyone.
Yeah.
I really hope that
I don't know.
We're not going to get, like, bad comments.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Jeez.
I mean, we know, the video was, like, shown by someone that we know personally. But I don't think... I don't know.
Man.
I guess I just don't want to be like, again, I don't want to be like, I never want to be in a position that's against like someone. Like, I wouldn't want.
Nobody does.
Yeah.
Nobody does. Like, nobody wants to be in a position that is viewed as bad by everyone else. Right. You know, it's just human nature.
Yeah. I guess by just avoiding that it altogether.
That is a really big question though. That is yeah. I think we've done a good job of like discussing it though.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. We've gone for an hour and a half.
Huh.
So you want to wrap this bad boy up?
Yeah, let's do it. We'll see you next time.
Yep. And by next time, we mean next time.
See you later.
Peace out.